Welcome everybody to a late night edition of Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots. I shouldn't say late night because late that might be a little X-rated for my late nights. How about yours?
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I guess
I don't have a curfew.
We're live, folks, and I'm
a grown ass boy.
We have video footage. We have a video feed. We're live. They should have never gave us money. We're being joined live by my good buddy Joel Samuels.
Guys.
He has the right drink in hand. He is here joining us on this HPC's podcast. Chubby Flacco, you've been MIA for a week. How's that? I believe it was syphilis you had or some shit. What was that?
Something like that.
Yeah. He's back with us this week. Yeah, we got some good stuff for you this week. We're gonna go over the top 10 moves of all time here. We all have a little top 10 countdown list. We're going to share with you guys, going to discuss some of these moves, who did these moves, who were victims of these moves, and how successful they were, and what role did they play in the business. And that along with the weekly reviews of Raw, Smackdown. We're also going to cover the Greatest Royal Rumble, which is this Friday, 2 days from now. Let's get right into it. Raw this week, guys. Brock Lesnar opens the show, comes out with Paul Heyman. Heyman talks about, and I'm reading from a script in case you guys didn't notice already. Heyman talks about how the Lesnar conquered Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Made it a point to make sure that he said that it was a spoiler, not a prediction, as usual. And the last time he was in New Orleans, and he gave us a spoiler for WrestleMania. We all know what happened then. Bye-bye streak.
Bye-bye streak.
Yeah, it was a pretty good promo. I think Roman Reigns came out, interrupted, sold himself for the Greatest Royal Rumble. He's gonna come back and with the strap around his waist, blah 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 blah. We've heard this story before. I think my heart wants to go with Roman Reigns on this week's Rumble, but I'm tired of these promos. Give him the strap already, so we don't have to watch this shit on a weekly basis anymore.
For real.
What do you think, Joe?
Well, you know what? If they're gonna do it anywhere, it's probably gonna be in Saudi Arabia. If you want to see, will get a pop.
I barely hear you there.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now, yeah.
Oh, Jesus, got to put my face that far up? Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, let's have headphones.
Oh, might work with some headphones.
Yeah, because you have
this is new to us, folks. I mean, bear with us, but
Oh, hold on. Let's see if I can grab my headphones real quick.
It's 2018. We're still learning.
Yeah, we're still learning. But yeah, what do you think? Pretty chubby?
I think it's Roman's time. If you realize, did you catch? He was getting cheered a little bit.
I think the crowd's coming around.
I feel like they're coming around. Then Brock.
These marks, you had to give this man his heyday once in a while, because
the dude is there in and out every single day and night.
He's turning into a little Cena, man. Putting in that work.
He's definitely the next Cena.
And you can only. Well, I can't say that. I'm gonna say you can only get better with time. There's wrestlers out there that don't get better with time. But I think they're safe with Reigns at the top of the mountain, man. And just give him the strap already. We got to get some other people some turns.
Yeah, we got to give new guys opportunities.
Yeah, and I think with Roman Reigns and the strap, Brock Lesnar out the picture. It's gonna be a better Raw. Better programming, at least from my eyes. I can't really bear this shit anymore. Moving on, Bobby Roode and Elias had a little match. He actually jobbed to Elias. I didn't see that coming. Bobby Roode's debut Raw match. He jobs to Elias, the man we all walk with on this podcast.
Giving him that push.
Yeah, I see that. I didn't expect that. I think this gets the ball rolling for Bobby to turn a little heel,
I hope so.
Yeah, I think give him a few losses. Frustration builds up,
I would really want to see him and Lashley go at it again.
Yeah.
Bring
I
that
mean,
feud.
yeah.
Bring that feud to Raw.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking about from Impact, right?
From Impact.
Yeah.
Bring
Bobby
it from
Lashley
Impact over
Bobby,
to Raw.
and I'm all for it. I'm all for Lashley being here now, but I don't want to wait. This is going back to the Lesnar shit. I don't want to wait for Lesnar to fucking lose to him at SummerSlam. I need Lesnar to be out the picture now, and then Lashley just step in and be the new Lesnar.
I mean, as much as we want to see that match, it'd be pretty awesome. But
yeah, but I don't do it now. Do it on Monday. We know you ain't gonna put better shit on. I do not hear you, Joe. Do not hear you.
You don't hear me at all? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Definitely hear you.
I don't think you actually need the belt for it, though. I think it can just be a featured match at SummerSlam.
Right. Yeah, just get them. Just let them duke it out.
Okay. Yeah, definitely not. And we just went over Roode job to Ellias this week. I don't know if you caught.
It was a little weird to see Roode take his debut and do the L, but I guess it gives Elias something to do.
Yeah. I prefer Bobby to go on a losing streak and turn heel out of frustration. But that's just me.
So repeat of his Impact heel turn then.
Right, pretty much.
Yeah, definitely.
Hardy and Wyatt against the Ascension. Matt and Bray Wyatt winning under 3 minutes. Squash match, setting them up for getting them over first for obviously for Friday. I think Raw's gonna go with this team for a little while. And
I think they pretty much have nothing to lose with this team. They're exciting.
Okay. I maybe I don't have patience, but they are exciting, and this is what we wanted. We didn't really want a tag team. We wanted Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy to fucking feud,
beat the hell out of each other.
I couldn't stand when Orton teamed with Bray Wyatt. I thought it made no fucking sense whatsoever.
Right. Or even worse. Remember when Daniel Bryan was with
Daniel Bryan? At least he had a beard, and that's all the fucking sense I made of it. But it was still successful, and at least he had a fucking beard. Randy Orton made no fucking sense. But this makes sense because they're both into the mystique and all that bullshit. It makes more sense. I just like to. I'm very impatient. I want to fast forward to the part where Brother Nero gets involved or
Brother Nero's in SmackDown now.
Or we see like a crazy violent match with these motherfuckers, like a ladder or another what's that shit they had?
Total Deletion.
Yeah.
Not Total Deletion, but the Bray Wyatt one. What did Bray Wyatt have?
The House of
Horrors?
No. In the immediate response to the first Total Deletion, when it was on Impact.
Oh, when
the Wyatts
they fought at the compound.
The compound. Okay, the Wyatts and New Day, right?
It was New Day and the Wyatts, yeah.
New Day and the Wyatts. Do that match.
Oh, do that match.
Yeah. And then get Bray Wyatt over, and then Bray Wyatt becomes the biggest thing in wrestling. That's just my fantasy booking. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens make their Raw debut with a show. I think it was the Sammy and Kevin show.
Mm-hmm. With the special guest Kurt Angle.
And then they started going back and forth, and they wanted to see what plans Kurt had for him or whatever. Right. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Pretty funny. They mocked Angle and
they mocked him. They even threw shade at Jason Jordan.
Yeah, they did. They said it's all right. What was it that he said? It's all right. I don't really remember quote for quote, but he basically was like, yeah, it's okay because Kurt forgot about him anyway.
Yeah.
Right. Something along those lines.
They booked a match, right? After that?
Yeah, Kurt put them in a tag team match against Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley.
Right. Okay. And this is something I wanted to touch on. McIntyre and Ziggler versus Titus Worldwide. They win. They get over, and throughout the match, I'm watching the match, and I'm like, okay, Drew McIntyre, great, you're back. Why would they pair you with Ziggler, who's plummeting and pretty much on his way out? I think after this contract.
I don't know. Are they trying to do
or
something?
should be on his way out after this contract? And then I'm thinking, okay, this isn't gonna work. why I need to see McIntyre by himself. Yo, when they cut that promo though, after the match, Joe, did you peep that?
Yeah, I did. You know what? It kind of gave me the impression of maybe they're trying to do the two dudes with attitudes again.
Okay.
HBK and Diesel.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. He said bodyguard immediately. So I immediately saw Diesel. I saw Kevin Nash. And this dude, what McIntyre said was crazy. He comes on, he goes, I came back here and all I see is people back there collecting checks.
Yeah.
And he's like, I didn't work my ass. So I have a rare, situation here where wrestlers don't come back from what I went through. So I'm here to, pretty much take over and shit.
Yeah.
Like, yo, sold.
He's calling everybody out. Yeah.
I'm sold because the ring work is there.
No, that's a star.
Yo,
that's a star.
He's ready, I think, man. I think this is gonna happen now. 3MB reunion.
Hell no.
Oh, God.
Hell no. Get 3MB with Heath Slater and his kids.
Oh God. Speaking of 3MB, Jinder Mahal squares off with Chad Gable and Chad Gable's debut Raw match. Dope match. I just didn't like that Gable sold the entire match. Mahal, I mean, of course, Mahal is a fucking beast, and he's a former heavyweight champion. So they're trying to say that Gable's not. He's in his beginning stages of his singles push. Therefore, he got his ass whooped by the heavyweight champion, but he still wound up beating him.
Right.
I think it was a roll up.
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Fuck, get it started somewhere at least.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna be picky, but
he has potential.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, the way these guys speak of him, and from shit that I've seen already, this kid is gonna be the next Shawn Michaels, bro. Nah, that's very bold. But he definitely has the ring work of a great star. Like he could
be an angle.
He can be an angle.
Definitely an angle.
He could be a third angle.
Yeah.
This dude got all the moves in the ring, and I think he's a little creative, but
he's got the charisma. It's just a matter of his height. That's always been the knock against him. Yeah. And that's why they put him with Jason Jordan.
Yeah, but I don't think that's gonna set him back, man. I think there's mad wrestlers that have already been short.
He's not in 205 Live, so that tells you
that's
something,
a start.
Right?
Thank God. Yeah, that's true.
That's a good start. That's definitely a good start.
Moving on, Strowman and Lashley against Owens and Zayne. Pretty dope match. I think Owens had a spot on the outside that was pretty funny where Strowman kept bumping into him and going back in the ring and then bumping into him and then going back into the ring. And as he would go back into the ring, he knocked Sami Zayn too down off of his feet. He clotheslined him and go back outside, hit Kevin Owens, go back inside, hit Sami Zayn, come back outside, hit Kevin Owens. It was pretty dope. Lashley did most of the work in the beginning of it and he got a little over, but the crowd was definitely pro Strowman on this. I got a question. Does Strowman being on Raw hurt Lashley?
I don't see it that way. I think they're two different animals.
Yeah.
You know, Braun is your big powerhouse. You know, he's your Andre the Giant. He's the Big Show. Lashley's a different animal, man. He's your Brock. You know, there was a story that backstage during the Trump versus McMahon angle that everyone used to call him Black Lesnar.
Yeah, so, I remember that.
The company thought of him that way.
Yeah, but the thing is he going to be as successful?
I mean, he has a better physique than Brock right now.
My thing is, I feel like the crowd is more into Strowman than they are to Lashley.
You got to turn Lashley heel.
Yeah.
You got to turn Lashley heel, and you got to start. If you want a feud, that's a great feud right there.
God, instant money.
Great feud right there.
Instant money, man.
That's a SummerSlam pay-per-view.
Instant money, yeah. SummerSlam right there.
Right there.
Lashley Strowman this summer. Woof. So a blockbuster near you.
I'm with it.
Let me keep going here.
Seth Rollins
and Finn Balor,
versus the Mr. Ross.
The Mr. Former Mr. Ross.
What's left?
They're actually looking for they're lobbying for
did
gigs.
you catch those little segments in the back where the guys were trying to join the Balor Club?
I saw the Balor Club one.
Club, and then they were trying to join Seth.
Oh, they made the Shield.
Yeah,
they were trying to be the Shield too.
Yeah, they're trying to be the Shield.
Yeah, I hope I don't want them to run with that little schmick that they got, but pretty dope that they did that. I think they're better sticking together, and I want them to see them fucking get over.
Wait, but I don't know if any of you guys caught it, but on Twitter, what's his face, Bray Wyatt, he sent out a message to Bo and Dallas saying they should join their faction.
Oh,
they should be part of the Woken family. So we could potentially see brothers working together.
Look at that. That's something.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All right. Nia Jax, Sasha Banks, Ember Moon.
Main event of the
night. And Bayley on that
10 women tag team match.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and the Riot Squad on the other side of it. Bliss, James, the heel ladies win. And
by DQ.
Yeah, DQ, and I think what happens at the end? Rousey comes out.
Yeah, Rousey comes out to make the save because Mickie James was beating up Natalya.
Okay. And okay, I see that.
Wait, so is Natalya a babyface now? That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, I think she's a face.
Okay,
she's a face.
I'd not buy it. I think Rousey needs a partner to fight a program with. Well, and Mickie James is gonna fit the slot for now, but I think Natty comes in and fucks with Rousey and turns on her.
That could potentially be a SummerSlam.
Yeah. Because Ronda needs somebody for SummerSlam.
Yeah,
you got to build heat that way, right? Instant betrayal, instant heat. Natalya,
right.
Natalya, Rousey, SummerSlam. You heard it here first, bitches. SmackDown Live. All right, Miz TV is on
back,
SmackDown Live.
Back on SmackDown Live.
He opens the show. Special guest is Daniel Bryan, but no Daniel Bryan in sight. Big Cass interrupts, comes out, takes an hour to get dressed in front of thousands of people with his fucking nice watch and suit and blazer.
Puts on his nice watch.
And then funny moment when he's doing in the crowd, he's saying some shit and he's bragging about how he's 7 foot tall. And immediately the crowd goes crazy and they don't go crazy, but they respond. And you can't teach that. You could feel Vince cringing when that shit happened. Oh man, I heard that. I was like, yo,
that's funny.
That's gonna stick with him for a while.
That's funny, yeah.
He comes out, cuts a promo. He's the heel, the villain of the show. He wants to fight Daniel Bryan. Did he make an official challenge?
Yeah, I think they're gonna fight at Backlash.
Backlash,
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Big Cass versus Daniel Bryan.
All right, and then that took us. Did that set us up for anything in the night? That they just ended that with that?
They were just talking. Big Cass was cutting a promo saying how he used to be like Daniel Bryan, getting picked on, and now he's the big man, and he's the one picking on all these wrestlers and all that stuff.
Right, he's gonna be the bully of SmackDown Live. Asuka and Becky Lynch, they square off against the Iconics. Iconics debut. It was a tag match, right?
Yeah, it was a tag match.
Yep.
They debut on SmackDown with their first tag match against Asuka and Becky Lynch, and they actually win via pinfall. No shady business on this, or straight up win. I think it was a clean win.
I think it was a clean win too. Yeah.
Clean win, some heel tactics during the match. That's about it.
Okay. Harper and Jimmy Uso go at it this week, and Jimmy gets the pin. I'm trying to remember last week who got the win. I think the Bludgeon brother got the win, right?
I think so. Yeah, but there was that segment where
Naomi came in and all right, that's what I'm going to save. Right. So then Harper gets the win. I mean, Jimmy Uso gets the win this week against Harper. SmackDown Women's Championship contract signing, Charlotte and Carmella. This I missed. But I did read that Carmella did not sign.
No, she didn't sign. Yeah. Charlotte wound up saying like she went up to her face and she let out a big whoa in front of her face, and I don't know if they got into it, but I know that she later on Carmella wound up signing a contract in the back. Oh, she signed it.
Oh, okay. Signed it in the back, I was immediately gonna be like, okay, maybe they play this till next week, extended a week.
And she signed it in the back.
Play it out. All right, that works. Shelton Benjamin fights Randy Orton this week.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy was at ringside.
Okay. He finally got the match that Orton finally got his hands on Shelton since last week, I guess. He's been winning. New Day is backstage, and with their new book, along with pancakes and cereal, the bar shows up.
Right, celebrating for the new book.
Okay, I guess they're releasing a tell-all book.
Most likely.
I hope there's pictures of
Xavier Woods escapades.
Yes, I think Xavier Woods needs to share a lot of pictures, maybe some web links on that in that book.
Hi, Paige.
Yeah, shout out to Paige. Samoa Joe cuts a promo claiming he's gonna win the IC title, Greatest Royal Rumble. I'm looking so forward to that match, man. I would love to see Samoa Joe bring the strap to SmackDown, and Mahal take the strap to Raw. They switch.
You think it's gonna happen?
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I think it should.
I think they're playing the swerve game a lot. Since Mania, so they probably won't do that. They've been teasing. I thought immediately when I saw Jinder Mahal on Raw, I was like, oh, that's it. That US title staying on Raw. But yeah, I'm definitely. I love ladder matches, man. I want to see something crazy. I know Joel.
As long as the Miz doesn't win it again, I'm like over that.
I think
for the time's sake,
they have to be done with Miz with that shit already.
Yeah,
man. How long?
But isn't the Miz eventually set up for like a push for like the title? He's at SmackDown now.
At this point, he got to go for that WWE title.
Yeah,
I think so.
He could feud with Joe. He could feud with Orton. He could feud with AJ Nakamura.
And that belt does look a lot better than that spinny shit he had years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh god,
I agree.
Joe's favorite title. AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and the Club, Carl Anderson, the Club against Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev Day. Yeah, Nakamura and Rusev Day get the win on that. I love that they get over. I heard. I see. The Kinshasa on Anderson got the W.
And then he gave twice.
Twice?
He gave him 3 times. He gave him 3 times.
3 of them.
I know Carl Anderson. I think he got it too.
Wow.
Carl Anderson caught it 3 times. He caught it for the loss, and then he caught it twice later.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Vicious. I love it, man. I fucking love it.
But he gave him that low blow again. 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row.
He must love dick. I don't know. I mean,
I understand it's bringing out the heel, but I feel like you keep on playing it too much. I
blame it.
I guess it's the cup, right? The cup is going to come at the Rumble.
You would think AJ by now would.
But I hope not now, because AJ went on Twitter and said that shit. He's like, I'm going to wear a cup for the Rumble.
There you go.
And it's like, yo, how many weeks are you going to do this shit? I blame it on the writers, the lack of attitude errorness in them. It was cool back in the day for a low blow. You'd see it and you wouldn't be so awkward.
Yeah, but not 3 weeks in a row.
Right. You wouldn't see it 3 weeks in a row. They throw it in there, that's it. You wouldn't see it for a couple of weeks. Then you see it on the pay-per-view. And it costs them the title. But yeah, what the fuck do we know? We're just fans.
And that's
Greatest Rumble of all time, Saudi Arabia. Let's give you the final card here.
Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, this is gonna be dope. I'm gonna watch it while I work, and I'm not gonna get no fucking work done.
I'm trying to call out. Hopefully, my boss don't see this.
Yeah, boss, don't watch these fucking podcasts. We don't know what the order is, so we're just gonna throw them out there. You obviously have the 50-man greatest Rumble match.
Have you heard the surprise participants
no,
that they have?
No, and that's your job, Chubby.
So they got Mark Henry coming out of retirement.
No way.
They're advertising Mark Henry, the Great Khali, Rey Mysterio.
Definitely Rey, I knew about.
Kurt Angle, Daniel Bryan,
yes.
Chris Jericho.
Jericho,
and they say that they have a few surprises. They've named about 24 to 25 wrestlers, meaning that they still got that half of the card still open.
Let me tell you this: do you bring in some indie guys, Joel?
You know they're not going to do that.
Oh, come on!
I expect like Too Cool to run in there.
You mean in his fireman suit?
You know it. Gangrel showing up.
No, Gangrel wrestled for freak show wrestling.
He can come. He can show whatever the fuck he wants as long as he comes out with that fucking fire entrance, and we good.
With the Ring of Fire.
Yes, we're Edge and Christian
with Kool-Aid.
That's right. God damn it. Universal Championship. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns inside a steel cage. Yeah, and I want to just take the time right now to second every fucking thing that Paul Heyman had just said in that promo. Roman Reigns gonna be locked in a cage with Brock Lesnar. How do you sell that shit? Like, how do you sell Reigns walking out alive? Taker versus Rusev in a casket match. Joe, how do you feel about this one?
It's one of those things. It's like Zack Ryder, He got himself over. Rusev got himself over, so we got to bury the shit out of him.
I love it. It makes so much sense now. It makes all the sense in the world. You think this is gonna be a snooze fest?
I think it's gonna be a quicker squash match than Mania.
Oh, than Cena, you think?
100%.
God. I hope it's not at least.
What happens if Rusev wins, though?
What the fuck does happen if Rusev wins? Like, wait, come on. How do we not expect Rusev to win this? The Undertaker's record for casket matches suck balls. They suck balls. People, they fucking have their way with this man with no lube. He's had like 3 children as results of these fucking casket matches. It's unbearable to watch.
Did you remind our viewers that today's Rusev Day?
Oh, happy Rusev Day, by the way, motherfuckers.
Of course.
And can you imagine the Undertaker being buried on Rusev Day? Like, who picks a casket match on Rusev Day?
For real, no respect.
Bastards. Cena and Triple H is probably going to be the opening match of the night because nobody gives a shit. It hasn't happened for 13 years, and there's good reason for it.
There's no build.
Because no one cares.
No build. No one gives a shit. But my son. And he's 5. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say John Cena wins. Let's send him on his way happy. AJ Styles and Nakamura rematch. I don't see no reason for why Nakamura does not go over and win the strap as a heel tomorrow. On this Friday night. Well, this Friday afternoon.
Friday night in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
Friday night and Thursday afternoon.
How do you feel, Joe?
I'm okay with it as long as it's a long chase for AJ, like a couple of pay-per-views out of it.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, man. Get a program going, bro. You guys, feels like my sex life with these programs that they run. It's just wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
No build,
nothing.
No build, waiting for the next pop.
Yep, no wood either. United States Championship match, rematch clause for Jinder Mahal being cashed in against Jeff Hardy. I like Jinder Mahal's chances of winning this match, but I mean, the Raw thing. You think Raw's gonna get that U.S. title? I don't know, man.
I don't know. I think Jeff Hardy retains.
Yeah,
I see him retaining.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you
could title's gonna stay on SmackDown.
You could have bigger and better things for Jinder.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's have him feud with some important people now that he's on Raw. Bray Wyatt and Woken Matt. I said already. Yeah, I think they're gonna win the tag titles.
Yeah, you realize the bars in SmackDown, and with that segment that they cut with the New Day, it looks like that might be a potential new feud right there.
Right. Get them over. Fuck it. Unless you're gonna have the red belts on the Blue Show. I can't wait for that to happen.
That would be weird.
I mean, the fans are gonna go crazy. We're gonna get emails galore.
At least they're not copper anymore.
Right.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, Banks.
SmackDown tag titles on the line. Bludgeon Brothers versus the Usos. Let's hope they get 5 minutes this time.
Yo, for real.
Poor guy. We called. I think Jay. I think Jay was on the show and said that they were gonna steal the show, and they had all the potential to, man.
The show stole them.
They stole. Definitely stole them.
The show stole them.
Yeah. Miz Rollins versus Balor and Samoa Joe, Intercontinental title up for grabs. I like Seth retaining. Finn is probably going to be the only challenge for him. I think the title is over. Being on Miz's hands, and Joe's on SmackDown. So if we're gonna go with the U.S. title being on SmackDown, I think I'm gonna call the IC staying on Raw.
On Raw, so it'll stay between
Finn or Seth. More likely Seth.
Yeah.
So they can run his feud with Finn.
Curb stomp off the ladder.
Ooh, I love where your head is at. That might be one of my top 10 moves. We'll see.
Oh, okay.
Cruiserweight titles on the line also that night, guys. Cedric Alexander versus Kalisto. Cedric Alexander wins and retains. You heard it here first. Choo Chas. Let's get into these moves, man. I've been researching all day. I've been pondering, and I really thought about this, and I wanna give you guys my insight. I wanna share with you.
In no particular order, though, right? We just want to.
I actually did an order. You didn't have to do how you want, but yeah. Let's start. Joe, hit me with what you got, man. Top 10 moves. You could do any move from any era, from any company, any wrestler, and on any. Your top 10 can be completely different as mine,
well,
and based on different circumstances too. However you want to do this shit, bro. Go ahead, man. Go crazy.
So I thought I would kind of do the top 10 outside of the E, just because I feel like everyone's well aware of the movesets in the E.
Okay.
So it's more like Japan and, well, it's mostly Japan and some of the indies.
Okay.
All right. First one I could think of was the Tiger Driver 91.
Nice.
Done by Misawa, the second Tiger Mask. It's take off the original powerbomb. If you guys remember when Kevin Nash powerbombed the Big Show and just kind of dumped him on his head, that's the Tiger Driver 91.
Right. I'm actually watching a clip with Pretty Chubby right now. It's just a completely devastating fucking move, and it's just it's something you won't even see on the E today.
How do you protect your opponent?
Yeah, you can't.
You don't. You just get brain damage. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
Pretty much.
Okay. Number 2, I went with the double underhook back-to-back pile driver, otherwise known as the Vertebreaker or the Gringo Killer.
Right. All right.
Okay. I like that.
That's definitely on many lists. If you're not so familiar with, I think Hurricane Helms did it.
Hurricane did it. Homicide does it. I'm trying to think who else. A couple of guys down in Mexico.
Okay. All right.
It's just one of those moves when you see it done. I think the E banned it back in like 2003.
Yeah. Was that during Hurricane's time?
Yeah, it was. It was. So that's why you have to go to using the Eye of the Storm and all the other different finishes they had him do.
Shining Wizard.
Yeah. Oh, the fake Shining Wizard. But,
yeah.
Right. Number 3. It's a New Japan move. Pretty basic, but the Rainmaker by Okada.
Oh, nice.
A hammerlock right into a short range clothesline. The way they protected this finish in New Japan, it's just made it look devastating.
Right.
I mean, it's a real simple move, but it just looks beautiful.
It's like the knee that
hasn't it beaten Kenny Omega twice?
Right.
Yes, it has.
I think Kenny took a page out of his book with that knee, right? That's
the V trigger. Yep.
Yeah. So that's a Japan thing. Definitely Japan.
They love their lariats, man. Thanks to Stan Hansen. It's a very beautiful clothesline. Number 4, I thought of the Lethal Injection, Jay Lethal.
Nice.
I mean, a cutter was going to make it onto the list, and that's just my favorite one at the time. When he hits it, it looks beautiful. What's that?
That's the fanciest one you can think of.
Well, I mean, there's the Oz cutter, but that's a little too unrealistic for me personally.
I think that Ember Moon is ridiculous.
Oh, the Eclipse. Oh, of course.
That's dope.
That made honorable mention on my list. FYI.
Oh, well, I got a doozy for the honorable mention. Actually, I got 2 honorable mentions on mine. But the next one is the Shining Kenka or the Shining Yakuza Kick by Masahiro Chono.
Okay.
So imagine the step-up insecurity you see a lot of guys use, but instead of that, it's a big old boot to the face.
Oh.
MVP used it at one point as an alternate finish.
Was it from
what's that?
Was that from the corner?
It's not even from the corner. It's usually you just have a downed opponent trying to get back up, and he runs at him, leverages his 1 foot on the knee, and knocks him out with the other boot.
I reckon now. I reckon. An MVP would do that.
Yeah,
MVP used it because he was a big fan of Chono.
Nice. There's a lot of moves that came from Japan.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
A lot of moves. Your favorite superstars out there, most likely.
They basically just ripping. Just ripping off moves from New Japan and All Japan.
Right.
A lot of times from the women wrestlers too. Scott Hall. Number 6 is the Shining Wizard by Muta.
Yeah.
When you see him do it versus a lot of the indie guys, Muta's a thicker fella. It just looks like a baseball bat whacking against someone's head. Real clean, real nice finish on it.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now, and he's just very, very clean with it. Boom. It's like there's no real setup for it.
No, he just finds you in your lane and takes you down.
Ooh, sick. All right.
Number 7 is Burning Hammer. This is an inverted Death Valley driver used by Kenta Kobashi. No one's ever kicked out of it because he's only used it 9 times and it's been a wrap each time.
Interesting. I definitely gotta see that one. I don't think I've ever heard of that.
This is kind of like it's like an attitude adjustment but the guy receiving it is inverted the opposite way. Is being carried the opposite way. Ooh. And instead of landing on your back, he's landing on his head.
Yep.
Yeah. This is
it was done 10 years before Cena showed up.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of those. There's a lot of setups with that. A lot of moves with that setup. Where they carry him the same way, like the F5 would carry him the same build, the same.
That fireman's carry. Yeah.
Right.
Number 8 is the Pounce, which is done by the alpha male Monty Brown, or right now one of my favorite indie wrestlers, Limitless Keith Lee.
Yes. I think that move belongs to him way before it belonged to this guy. What's his name? You just said his name?
Oh, Monty Brown?
Monty Brown, yeah, Monty Brown.
If you catch the clip of him doing it to Matt Riddle, it just looks ridiculous.
Oh God, who? Keith?
When Keith does it to Matt Riddle,
yeah,
it's just a beast of a misdirection in a tackle, and you just see the opponent go flying.
Yeah, he deserves all credit to that move. Now, I think that's Keith Lee's move. Now, definitely Keith.
The discus elbow, or the rolling elbow, or the roaring elbow, whatever you want to call it. Misawa did it. Tanaka did it. Chris Hero does it.
Yeah.
Just brutal. Just brutal when you see someone catch it in the chin, in the jaw.
Didn't Nikki Bella do it too?
Oh God. Only to John, I think.
In bed?
Not anymore.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh man.
Number 10, this is just an old school move for me. I loved it since I was a kid. The Brain Buster.
Okay. That was that was probably like your that was the double arm DDT of back in the day, kind of, without hooking both arms, of course.
you had Coco Beware do it back in the day. It was originally invented by Killer Carl Cox. My favorite user of it is Jushin Thunder Liger, especially when he does the avalanche version off the top rope.
Okay.
I loved it when Eddie used to do it as his setup to the frog splash. It was just one of those moves when someone put it on, it was lights out.
Nice.
I got 2 honorable mentions I just want to throw out there.
Give it to him.
Honorable mention number 1 has to go for the tongue and death grip.
Tongue and death.
Used by my man Haku, aka Ming. Apparently, I always thought it was a worked submission. Ric Flair, Kevin Sullivan, and Booker T have all stated that it's shoot. They have seen him use it in a bar fight and incapacitate people. In Booker T's case, the person was incapacitated and defecated on himself.
Oh man, these legends gotta be true, bro. Gotta be. They cannot write this shit.
You need to do just a podcast on the Legend of Ming, I think. But easily fill an hour.
We're gonna keep it a secret that it's an honorable mention and didn't make your number 1.
Yeah, please.
That way we can have you for that episode of the legend of Haku.
And then my last honorable mention goes to a move that has put away everyone that has used it, everyone that has gone up against it. It was perfected by Paul Smackage, and I'm talking about nothing else but the small package.
Nice. I mean, I don't appreciate you mentioning, jobbers like Paul Smackage on my show.
Whoa, brother. Paul Smackage is not a jobber.
You can tell him I said that. You can tell him Peter Pitola, the villain, has challenged Paul Smackage on his podcast.
Rocket strappers.
That jobber. Get his ass on here. He'll be rocket strapped from here, damn it. But yeah, definitely the small package is a legendary move.
Yeah,
I think a bit too legendary from Mr. Paul Smackage. But yeah, dope. I love the list, Joe. Love it.
Oh, pretty cool list.
Pretty chubby Flacco. That's not a pretty chubby list I see there, is it?
It's a little chubby.
It's a little chubby?
Just a little bit.
Jesus.
Nice little chub.
All right.
It's cold in there.
I wish. So I'll keep it traditional. I'll stick to WWE. You know me, I like WWE. All right, so I'll start off in no particular order.
Okay.
I have 10 finishers with 1 honorable mention. So I'll start off with the Stone Cold Stunner, performed by obviously Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh.
Love the move. Next up at number 2, I have the Styles Clash, performed by AJ Styles. At number 3, I have the 5-star Frog Splash, performed by RVD. Number 4, I have the Gargano Escape, performed by Johnny Gargano. Because you know that I'm on that Gargano train.
Well, we all know how you feel about Johnny, Mr. Johnny Wrestling. That move is sick. What about those other moves though? I mean that Frog Splash also. That Frog Splash.
You got Kevin Owens doing the Frog Splash now.
Yeah, now that's something you don't see. You don't just see today about. I mean, you don't just see the high flyers doing these things. Like
you see the big guys.
The big guys are getting up there now.
As long as they don't pull a Brock Lesnar. I mean,
well, I just want to see Braun Strowman fight. I'll do a shooting star press at Mania next year.
You're asking for too much.
You know,
might as well put him in the casket once he's done.
Basically.
At number 5, I have the figure 4 leg lock, performed by the one and only there.
Woo! Man, if you can count how many times he's gotten the W off that move, bro.
A lot.
You can count it with 10 fingers, according to Ric Flair.
How many?
He said, I probably only won 10 times with it on TV.
Oh,
he did say that.
He did.
Didn't
You're right.
Most of his matches were like with like
heel moves and shit or something.
He's the dirtiest player in the game. Of course, it's mostly cheating.
That's right.
Low blows.
Low blows. Now that's where Shinsuke got it from.
All right. So at number 6, I have the Canadian Destroyer.
Oh my!
The one and only Petey Williams.
My oh my! And for those of you who need a tutoring lesson on the Canadian Destroyer, it's basically a pedigree setup, but you don't hook the arms. Instead, you do a front flip with your opponent and wind up pile driving him while you do a flip in the air, a front flip in the air.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's an amazing move. Some may say, and we can't tell you specifically yet. I promise you, it'll definitely be shed out to light here in this podcast soon. But some may say that move is too assisted by the victim, so to speak. So it takes credibility about it. What do you guys think on that?
Visually, it's a beautiful move. As far as the other guy has to assist you. I mean, that's true in all finishes, right?
I mean, yeah, to a certain extent, yeah. Every
a guy can sandbag a powerbomb.
Look at a chokeslam. How much assist do you need to give somebody for a chokeslam?
Right, a chokeslam is you gotta jump in the air. You gotta help.
Unless it's Big Show chokeslam and Rey Mysterio every single time. That's a different story. But
I understand you saying like a power bomb. You still have to let them pick you up, but I guess you do have to be strong to pull off a power bomb. Can't anybody just
Definitely.
But how many people can do a front flip? With carrying somebody. So I guess every argument has it's both ways. But
all right, at 7 I have the Yes Lock performed by Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
At 8 I have Brock Lesnar's Kimura Lock.
Brock.
At 9 I have the Jackhammer performed by Goldberg.
Nice.
And at 10 I gotta give a shout out to my boys. They're not in WWE just yet.
Oh god.
But we have the Cease and Desist.
Oh, so he took it to the tag teams, Joe.
Oh Lord.
Woo!
Oh Lord.
Tag teams. All right.
And my honorable mention has to be from my boy Aleister Black with the Fade to Black.
Nice. Is that the one where he lifts you up with his foot?
Yeah.
And then he
picks you up with his foot and he does that spinning heel kick.
That's my move in WWE 2K18. Yeah, I played. Don't fucking judge me. But that's my move. And
that's my top 10 finish.
Nice. Definitely dope list. I'm telling you right now off the bat, you're gonna hear some repeats. But my list, I'm gonna tell you right now, I have them in a specific order. Not to take anything from any of the moves, they're all dope moves, and they're actually all finishes, but might be the acceptance of one, maybe except one. But yeah, I basically picked out my favorite moves, and it's not just moves that they're just finishers. These are moves that were successful in the business. Okay. So let's start off. Not all of them, most of them. So let's start off with number 10 is the sharpshooter.
Well, if it gets you a victory, it's
give
you success.
Yeah.
If it gets you over with the crowd,
that's more what I mean. The crowd, you get you over with the crowd, and sharpshooter is the number 10.
Okay.
We start off with sharpshooter. Bret Hart, my favorite wrestler. Definitely a dope submission. He won every time with it, basically, pretty much every time. And barely anybody broke it. I think Undertaker broke it once. And then nobody else important in life ever broke that. I don't want to hear about anybody else from San Antonio, Texas.
Shout out to Sting for also using it.
Sting, yeah, definitely shout out to Sting. He calls it.
I was gonna say, who you think did it better, Sting or Bret?
Well, Bret, because he's righty, right?
Definitely not The Rock.
Well, I always get it.
Definitely not The Rock.
Definitely not The Rock.
Oh, wait, and you know what? Owen, I almost forgot Owen.
Owen, yeah, right. I give it to Owen and Bret because they're the ones who learned it best from Stu. Sting, isn't one on the left side and one on the right side? I think that's the only difference, right?
I don't even know if that's the difference. I think
I think it might have happened once or something. But number 9, and I'm shocked. I'm surprised at you, Joel, and I'll forgive you. I'll forgive you for not including this one on your list.
I already know.
It's definitely the MS finger snap. MS standing for Marty Scurll. The Marty Scurll finger snap. I know it's not
a finish, though.
It's not a finish. It's
not a finish.
One move on my list that's not a finish, but it's so over with the crowd, and I love it. I still, till today, do not understand how the hell he pulls it off, but he will break your freaking fingers, and then he'll make you choke with a chicken wing. Speaking of choke, number 8 is the crossface by Mr. Chris Benoit himself.
Who?
The most deadliest move of all pro wrestling. Tell me no.
I've never heard of the person you were talking about, so I can't.
Right. Let's just say it's a variation of that. Yes, Lock.
Okay.
Number 7 is a very specific number 7, shooting star press, but only from the Riddle himself, aka Evan frickin' Bourne.
Okay.
The only shooting star I accept.
What about Billy Kidman's? Because that one actually put people out.
It did, but it wasn't perfection. Perfection is Evan Bourne.
Didn't Paul London?
Oh, Paul London did a nice.
Paul London did it too.
Did a nice shooting star. Yeah. He definitely did a nice shooting star.
Brock Lesnar definitely didn't do it.
Botchamania. Yeah, number 6. Took one from Joel, and I went with Vertebreaker. Sure, nice. Hurricane Helms. That's my number 6 move. Now let's go into the top 5. The Canadian Destroyer.
Okay.
Made it to the top 5. Number 5.
I'll perform it on Vic one of these days.
I'll help you.
Don't tell them.
The number 4 move I got is the super kick.
Yes.
It could be from Shawn Michaels. It could be from the Young Bucks. It's a move that's still used by everybody, and it's a reason why it's built.
Ziggler.
Everybody uses it for a reason, and it's all not just
Kevin
only to
Owens.
Commemorate Shawn Michaels. It's because it's a very devastating move.
But the problem with it now is no one finishes with the super kick. You got to do 200 of them.
Yeah, but I think it's respectful that they don't finish with it. I honestly think it's very respectful. You don't finish with it. It's a definite spot move. It's a spot move to get the crowd's attention, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
And
it's a modern day DDT.
Right. And how do you get the move over today? Oh, simple. Just tape a bunch of thumbtacks to your sneaker.
Super kick.
Shout out to Candice LeRae. Shout out to Candice LeRae. Number 3, the Tombstone Power Driver. Very, very controversial move, I think. And it deserves it's a legendary move.
Especially when you jump with your opponent in the air.
Into a casket. Shout out to Royal Rumble 299. I want to say.
Something like that.
But yeah, man, the Tombstone Power Driver has been banned for a little bit. What's the story behind that, Joe? Was that ever banned?
The Tombstone, I think, for a little bit when they were banning all head-prone moves, Taker did step away from it. That's when he was starting to do the last ride and the taking care of business.
Right.
And the Hell's Gate. But, it was one of those moves where I don't think you ever really had to worry about protecting the guy.
Okay.
So it came back pretty quickly. I mean, all the other pile drivers obviously have gone the way of the Dodo Bird, but Tombstone's still around in the 8th.
Okay. That was definitely number 3. Legendary move from legendary superstar, and it's just it's gonna live the time. It's gonna outlie. It's gonna surpass the what do I want to say here? The one to say it's gonna live forever.
It's gonna surpass its time.
Yeah.
Stand the test of time.
That's what it is, Joel. See, you're here for something. Number two,
and he's like 4 beers in. Probably.
That's right. God damn it.
Yes, sir.
My last two are my favorite moves, and my number one is number one because it's that much over than the number two. The number two is the RKO, and it's because there's fucking memes on it, and the WWE universe made that move over. Because if it not, it's just another diamond cut. But these guys got memes all over it. They hashtag RKO out of nowhere. Orton feeds into it, then starts doing it out of nowhere. Now it's a thing, and it's been a thing for a while.
Yeah, well, the last couple of years.
And I think it's the last thing, the last little string that is holding Randy Orton over till today. Because I really, I can't wait for this Mountain Rushmore episode. Watch out for that. Look out for that later. But when we get into villains, man, Randy Orton, his best time was when he was punting Vince McMahon in the head, kissing Stephanie in front of Triple H.
The legend killer, remember?
Oh man, that legend killer run. Heel, best heel. And I just think that RKO out of nowhere schmick gimmick is what's saving him right now. Because other than that, he's not relevant at all to me. He's not exciting. He's very boring. I think he's that vet that doesn't take chances anymore. Plays it safe. Doesn't have crazy spots. But it's still over because he's a vet. Which I mean doesn't there's nothing wrong with that. He's paid his duty. He's done what he's had to do. But number one is gonna be the Stone Cold Stunner. And it's because it's the Stone Cold Stunner. I mean, what more is there to say? Austin came and gave it to everybody at any given time, any given moment. Everybody wanted it. Always a finish, and just delivery. Everybody that he's done it to, I think, with the exception of maybe Vince on the first night. And a couple here, but it was definitely a different stunner after Vince. I don't know if you guys remember, but the Ringmaster, was he using the stunner, Joe? The Ringmaster?
Ringmaster was using the $1 Million Dream.
Okay, so right after that, when he first started as Stone Cold, that stunner was very awkward to me, and it was very it was choreographed
at like a slow pace.
Right. It wasn't just like spontaneous or anything like that.
Did he really like kick the guys in the gut?
And he did it. He wouldn't before the I want to say it was before the speech at King of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
Before that whole era started with Vince, I think it was after Vince's stunner when the stunners got good, where he would kick you in the gut, and then he'd have the guy sell. And The Rock, of course, the best seller for the stunner. I believe Joe.
And if it wasn't The Rock, it was Triple H.
Joe, you showed me today. You were showing me
AJ and Rusev.
Rusev had a crazy sell of the stunner recently at a live show. AJ Styles gave Rusev the stunner on the live show, and he proceeded to roll over like The Rock, bounce up, and then jump up, and then hop over the top rope and land outside. And this is, of course, was on Rusev Day.
Of course.
And why this man isn't over? Well, why this man isn't getting titles or fucking main event slots is beyond me.
I don't think anybody's so better than Ric Flair, though.
Oh, Ric Flair.
Can you imagine Ric Flair taking a stunner?
He probably bounced back up, stand there for like half an hour like Hunter did in that spot.
Walk around the stadium.
And then come back in the ring and fall down flat on his face.
Well, you know what? Piper would probably do it too. I can see Piper doing the drunken swings.
Yes. Do you remember that spot on Raw, Joe? It was a tag match with Hunter and Shawn. And I think Flair against Flair and somebody else, and Hunter went for off the second rope to do a knee drop or something, or elbow drop, and the guy put his foot up and caught him in the chin, and then Hunter stood there for like an hour.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Pretty funny spot. And my hairline is receding, folks. Don't mind it. just the the troubles of live streaming here. I think that pretty much covers this week's episode, guys. Joe, thanks for joining us.
I think J-Man's about to be replaced.
J-Man, you gotta, you got Joel here giving you a run for your money here.
J-Man gotta change that tampon.
You better start predicting some damn matches or some shit. Let's do that real quick. Let's do our predictions because I have to add to our records over here. Let's get on record here for these predictions for this greatest Royal Rumble.
All right, give it to me.
Pretty chubby. Give me your picks for the card.
All right, so I'll start off with John Cena and Triple H. I see John Cena going over. I definitely see John Cena going over. I don't think Triple H has nothing to lose right now.
Right.
He's a COO. He's running the show.
Okay.
So I got John Cena on that one.
All right. How about the Cruiserweight title?
I think Cedric Alexander retains.
Okay.
I don't see Kalisto winning that at all.
All right. IC title?
IC title stays in Raw. Seth retains or Balor wins.
Okay.
I might see them give it to Balor.
Okay. All right. So you'll go with Balor?
Seth got his moment at Mania.
I feel that. Definitely feel that. SmackDown tag titles.
SmackDown tag titles. I think the Usos win it back.
Let's let Joe chime in too. Let's both give in our. Might as well go in all at the same time.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Then for H and Cena, I go Cena.
Okay.
Cruiserweight title, it's Alexander until Neville comes back.
Oh shit. Old.
For the ladder match, I think I'd go with the pop on Balor taking the strap.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with the Usos.
Okay.
I feel like it's a very babyface heavy show.
Listen, I
agree.
I agree with everything you guys. Actually, no, I don't agree with you fuckers. Cedric Alexander's taking the Cruiserweight. I agree there. I'm going to stick with Seth on the IC strap.
Okay.
And the tag titles, I'm gonna go with Bludgeon Brothers. I'm gonna keep them on this run. Did we say Wyatt and Bray yet? No, right? So Bray Wyatt and Vulcan Matt versus Sheamus and Cesaro the Bar.
I think that's an obvious.
Yeah, that's a given.
We can all go for the Wyatt and Hardy on that.
Yeah.
US strap, Jeff Hardy versus Jinder.
I think
Hardy.
Hardy.
I think Hardy retains, but don't be surprised if they give it to Jinder.
Yeah, I think also Hardy retains. The guys convinced me with that. I think he retains. WWE Championship match, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke. I'm going to go on the bold side. I'm going to go with Nakamura. I'm going to say they're going to jump ship, and this is his time now as a heel. So I'm going to go with Nakamura.
I'll go with Nakamura.
Nakamura.
He didn't win it. I
Yeah.
think that he's going to win it.
Nice.
Friday.
All right.
You need the babyface doing the chase.
That's right.
Right.
Undertaker versus Rusev in a casket match. This one confuses the shit out of me right now. What do you guys think?
I think you could put me and Lana in a casket, and I'll enjoy that.
Man. I think that's what plans were for me, so I think you need to back off.
I call sloppy seconds.
No, that's fine.
Oh gosh.
But go ahead, Joe.
I'm gonna say, you know what? You convinced me, Vic. I'm gonna go Rusev, and I'm gonna say Jericho assists him.
He will be there. So you know what? Hey, fuck it. I don't see the point in keeping. You had it at Rusev. Now you switched it to Jericho, but you switched it back to Rusev because Rusev is over and he's selling merch. Why are you gonna bury this man? Literally and figuratively. Why? I can't. And then Taker's not gonna be around tomorrow or a year from now. So yeah, fuck.
Well, they can go the Zack Ryder route. In 5 years from now, they'll give Rusev the IC title when no one cares.
I mean, let's hope not. Shit.
What if Rusev? Okay, so what if Rusev beats the Undertaker, and we don't see the Undertaker until Survivor Series?
That's what I think makes more sense.
Makes sense.
I say Taker loses. We don't see him for a while. I mean, what do you think? I'm going Rusev, guys.
I'll say Rusev too. I'll agree on Rusev.
All right, so we're all Rusev. Yeah, Universal Championship match, casket match. I mean steel cage match. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns.
I think it's Roman's time. I think he's getting the strap.
Okay. All right, Joe, how you feel?
Outside of India, this is the only place Roman Reigns will get the pop when he wins the title.
That makes a lot of sense. One thing I do not give WWE credit for, though, is making sense. So let's keep the strap on Brock. I'm going to go with Brock just so I can get one over on you fuckers, and my record will look better on the website. This is going to be the hardest one. The Rumble match, guys.
Oh, I already got the winner.
Oh, shit. Go ahead.
Braun Strowman.
Oh.
Roar.
Okay, I see so many reasons why yes. Reasons why yes. How about you, Joe?
So I'm going to throw – this is my wild card one that I'm just going to throw out there. Just because he took the L earlier in the evening, I want Jinder Mahal to take it.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yo, what – this now I did not notice that. Jinder Mahal in his hometown. How does he not win the US strap? But hey, Rumble match? Shit. That makes sense. Give him the Rumble match. They're not gonna win anything anyway, right? You're not gonna win a main event title match or some shit, right?
Yeah.
So why not give it to Kalisto, huh? Braun Strowman, Jinder Mahal. For fuck's sake, and just to be different, get more people out there, I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan. I'm going to say Daniel Bryan wins this Rumble match.
You think so?
I mean,
he's
global. If they're really trying to get a pop, you go with Daniel Bryan, right? Or maybe Braun Strowman. I like Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
I like Braun Strowman.
Braun's a big fan.
It does. I'm gonna go with Daniel Bryan because he's Daniel Bryan.
Do you think Braun Strowman shows up with Nicholas?
I think Nicholas eliminates Braun Strowman. That's how Daniel Bryan wins. He kicks Nicholas in the balls. I'm just playing, guys. Daniel Bryan will eliminate Nicholas after the Young Bucks come in and super kick his ass.
Oof.
We all know that it's been well documented that they like to super kick children.
Oof.
And I'm for that discipline. So. Yeah.
But you know who's gotten beaten by children? Kenny Omega.
Oh, yes. Yes, he does. He's had a match with a
9-year-old?
A 9-year-old girl, which was not considered wrong at all.
No, apparently not.
This has been another episode of Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots, guys. Very entertaining one at that. We finally got some live feed. Don't know if we're going to use it yet, but stick around for that. Stick around for some other episodes too, man. We got Mount Rushmore coming soon. We got we just did some moves. We're going to have a whole bunch of other top 10 lists that we got for you guys. I want to talk some villains. I want to talk some heels. I want to talk some failed gimmicks, families of wrestling. Managers, pops. I mean,
we could even talk NXT.
I really want to get into this fucking Slammy that I won the year Ziggler cashed in because it wasn't easy. It was not fucking easy. People think that you can just show up to a fucking an ordinary Raw.
Never gonna hear that.
And no, they're not, because you can't just walk into a Raw or Smackdown these days and expect to have a classic show.
That could have been me.
And then win a Slammy for being a participant in the audience number, you know? Like,
he didn't do shit.
I cheered my ass off and I fucking deserved it. And they still want me to buy the replica Slammy award on WWE Shop Zone for like fucking
no, he didn't.
$200 pieces of shit. I should get mine in the mail. What the fuck? But anyway, enough about me and my stardom. Joel, pleasure to have you.
Thanks for having me, guys.
I can't wait to have you back for Mount Rushmore and all the future episodes we're going to do.
Yes, sir. I'll be bringing the cases with me.
Yes, definitely.
From Steve Blazers.
Stay drunk, my friend. Stay drunk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To sweeten out. Lakers.
The time has come to relieve that pain, which will be better for me, but not so enjoyable for all of you. Leave the light on. I'm coming